ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all across the land. This is the one and only your boy Jay O'Neal coming to you live and direct on MicCheck 1212, the livest podcast in the land. And I'm here with the lovely, the one and only, the talented, the beautiful Kori Nichelle.
What's up?
You know. Shout out to our boy Chevy Lonzo. We miss you, bro. Can't wait to have you back. But specifically, we're gonna go ahead and get right into some things. So, wow.
A lot of that happened.
What? Like a lot.
A lot.
So, yeah, I was looking at the run of the show, and listen, this hip hop segment, deep.
It's real deep.
It's deep, and some of these topics.
Hip hop been going in.
Yeah, it's been a lot going on.
The baby. What you think about it?
Honestly,
you think niggas fucking with him? Like
purposely? What do you mean? When you mean niggas, what do you mean?
Do you think they like fucking with him like on some like he gonna react type stuff?
To purposely get him to I definitely do feel like they are trying to get a reaction out of him for sure. But at the same rate, you know your level of artistry, so you should know. You should know exactly to the extent of what it is that who you are, your power, as an artist. Period. No one should have to tell you nothing about that, and that's just what it is at the end of the day. So yeah, no, I don't feel bad for him in reference to his reaction because you're an adult and you should know how to react. And if you keep reacting how you gonna react, nigga, I might run up on you too if I need to check. like, what you mean? If I know you bound to react, and you gonna have to pay me, because you're building a rap sheet now. Niggas know you paying people.
Right.
Niggas know you beating niggas' ass, jumping them and getting knocked, the charges getting dropped and shit. You're paying people, bro.
Right.
So what can you expect? I mean, yes, these trolls gonna keep trolling and trying you, bro. Because at the end of the day, you making it easy for them, and that's just what it is. So yeah, specifically, I don't feel bad for the baby at all. And with that being stated, moving right along. So the baby, shout out to him though, because he was Grammy nominated. I will give him that. He had a great Grammy party, whoop-de-whoop. But back in Miami, remember he got into it with someone. I think it was at a food stand at the airport.
Yeah.
That person's coming back to sue him.
Yeah.
They didn't press charges, but now they're suing. Yeah. So they finna get a check, and you set yourself up.
He gonna have to pay. He gonna probably just pay.
You're gonna have to pay because I think that one was on video. So, so you're gonna have to.
No, but how you feel about the hotel? The hotel guy that he had to rough up.
Where he like he was gonna smack him, or did he smack him?
The hotel guy kept filming him and his daughter, and he asked him not to, and he kept on, and so his baby had to rough him up.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
You ain't saw it?
No.
Yeah, he spoke about it. Him and his little daughter, he had her. They was getting ready to check in. The hotel worker was outside, was recording them, trying to take a picture.
Oh, so I saw the aftermath.
And the baby asked him if he could stop because he had his little girl with him.
Yeah, I didn't see that part. I saw the inside of the hotel camera where he pushed the man into the chair. Yeah,
the baby explained that he said the guy kept recording him and his daughter after he already asked him to not to because he had his daughter. And the guy kept on. So the baby said he gonna come back and get him because first of all, you at work, you ain't even doing your job. You on the clock trying to record me and my baby. So I mean, that I can understand.
I feel where you come from in the same.
Especially your daughter, like your little baby.
When it comes to kids, they do need to leave the kids out of the limelight, especially if the actual celebrity doesn't want their child
out there like that.
Respect that, right? Because at the end of the day, a child is a child and can't even defend for themselves,
right?
So yeah. Well, in that retrospect, and when it boils down to it, just seems like he just need to keep his head on his shoulders and keep his reactions together because you don't have to react to every single thing,
Right. But that shit hard.
I mean, it is, but you're the star. This is what you want. Like this, if shit go well for us from here, this is what we asked for. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Just know I can fight. I can fight. We gonna take it though, all right?
So. Goddamn, somebody walk up in karma, you might have to hit him with the one.
Right, I'm about to rough him up right quick.
So shout out to the baby and was it Southwest Coast Music Group? Shout out to y'all, doing your thing. Keep it up, man. Manage your anger. Keep talking to Diddy. He's had his issues as well, but hey, if it works for you, keep talking to Diddy. Because we're going to get into him too. Okay. But anyway, Offset was not too happy at the Super Bowl party when Cardi B got some champagne poured on her. Did you see the video?
Yes. He knocked them out.
Like, I said that initial was like, whoa, wait.
He's not about to play by his wife.
At all. And she's somewhere in the commentary in the back talking something he had to do what he had to do.
Right.
He cut it
out.
I get it.
He didn't have to do all this.
Yeah. And then she didn't have to be on the stage looking at him like, what you gonna do? That's how she looked at him like, okay, so husband.
You gonna step away.
And then this nigga, it's like, he was like, well, stage dive. Goddamn. That's how I thought in my head. I thought in my head like,
because he brought that fist all the way back.
All the way back. So yeah, shout out to Bonnie and Clyde, the modern day Bonnie and Clyde. Because they stayed to some shit, bro. I swear he just got caught cheating, supposedly, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You saw when he had got arrested in
L.A. And
wrong person?
Yep. Just profiling.
About to get
I heard Cardi B has herpes. Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Well, see, it's this one person. Her name is Tasha K on YouTube. Shout out to her. Have you heard of Tasha K? You look her up, you'll be like, what the fuck? Because her stories be so compelling, it makes you wonder, you see, so shout out to my braider. Let's just go ahead and pause, bro. If y'all see me beating my fucking head, I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about it. My head itches. This shit is tight, okay? And I ain't complaining. Snooks, I'm not complaining. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I just was itching from my scalp down to my face, so when the pat scratch went down from the scalp down the face, guys. So I just wanted niggas to know, you feel me? But anyway, yeah. So when it comes to some shit with them, though, Offset and Cardi B, I just feel like lately the media is attacking them because they're the easiest target to get.
Right.
And specifically their power and influence is forever be huge.
Right.
Most likely, you know, just like the young ladies whose power and influence is not being influenced correctly. But Lori Harvey, we're going to continue to keep you in our prayers because apparently you're about to be facing some time for this hit and run, this deal. You know how you did.
You think so?
I don't think she's going to get out of it because they're going to use her. I feel like they're about to use her as an example regarding like stardom and celebrityness, because a lot of, you know, they give it one good person a year that's really given that, you know, we're going to use you as the example. And with her, she doesn't do shit. People don't even know how she sounds as her voice. So her celebrityness is really from
just her parents.
Her parents and her pussy.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
The double P's. So so goddamn, she winning, and that breeds spitefulness and enviness. You know what I mean? Like, what is it about you, Lori, that makes you so special? So that's what they're gonna. That's how they're gonna treat her as. We don't care about Steve Harvey. He's nothing but another nigga just like you. That's really how, you know, because they said she got the car and she FaceTimed her dad, but what was he gonna do? And then that's her stepdad. So.
Right.
I just really want her to do better. You know, she's been parading around with Future and all his pictures, and we know.
You know they said it was being engaged.
I don't know what's going on. I don't see how, because Future knows that she was just with Diddy. Like this is not nothing that she's denying. Like, she's been with these men.
Right.
So this why I don't know what the fuck people got going on. And pussy, if I ain't had no pussy that just made me go crazy like that. Like, I'm sorry, I ain't had no pussy that made me say, "Yo, dump my line brother and come marry me." No, like, that don't even make sense. You feel what I'm saying?
That's funny.
No, that's like Chevy. That's like me and Chevy going between the same girl and then I marrying her.
Yeah.
Like, literally knowing we sharing the same girl, but I'm the one who chooses to fall in love. Square. No. So, moving right along, Diddy at the Grammys this year, which shout out to the Grammys. The performances were slight though. Because how did you feel about the Grammys?
I didn't watch it.
My point exactly. So
but you know, this was like the lowest ratings they've had.
They're going to continue to get low ratings because no one is fucking with them. And this is what's going on. They went and tried to kill Kobe to think, you know, his sacrifice was going to do something, but it didn't. You thought that this man was going to generate all this attention to the Grammys when we know what the fuck is going on. Beyond this, why is it that every fucking year now, someone dies before the fucking Grammys?
Who died last year?
Whitney.
Whitney died last year?
Not last year.
Oh.
But, who did die last year?
I don't think nobody died last year.
Somebody did die last year.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, And there was no tribute last year.
Something happened last year.
It wasn't on death.
It was something that happened before the Grammys. Watch. I promise you. I don't want... Because when did her daughter die? Bobby Christina.
It wasn't last year.
Listen.
I swear it wasn't. I don't think so.
No, it's every year, bro. I'm literally Googling who died before the Grammys.
Me too. Yeah, she died in July, so that wasn't her.
See, but Kobe keep coming out.
Nobody died, that's why. It's all in your head.
I guess because every time when the Grammys come around, every now and then, someone does die.
Not last year. It's all in your head.
I think they probably did die. It just wasn't someone that we might know.
Nope, it's all in your head.
For me, I'm gonna be real. Ever since the whole Whitney Houston thing, and then her daughter dying, and then Michael, passing, and in reference of everything, would think like looking into how things are similar, like the ages, the numbers of when people are passing, their birthdays, and things of that nature. I don't know, And I'm speaking on it because people love to throw out the conspiracy, but don't like to dive into it. You know what I mean?
I just feel like I really hate the whole conspiracy theory thing. Like it's just not like people die. I just don't. That's what happened.
And I feel you, but CNN put out a report that was false as fuck, saying that he, as in Kobe Bryant, died in the Mamba helicopter. That was not true.
But you gotta think too, like with these news people, they want to be the first to report something, so they already want to get the attention. A lot of that shit is bullshit. They don't even know. So I feel like they just pulling shit out their ass. I
agree, and I definitely understand where you're coming from. However, when you think of something hitting a mountain, if your car hit anything stationary, it's gonna impact, it's gonna hit, and you're gonna stop there. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're going at a certain 70 miles per hour, you hit something stationary, you're gonna come to a stop.
But that's different for a helicopter, though. A helicopter don't explode on impact.
Exactly.
And it did.
And it did not, because it did when it initially hit the ground. They said that his helicopter had struck a mountain and brushed up against terrain before it came around that hill. That's why it's out of control. The news.
See, I don't believe it, though.
I don't believe that. That's what I'm saying. So
I feel like the helicopter probably exploded on impact. Like a helicopter.
But it was on fire before it hit the ground, though.
And it probably exploded before it even hit the ground.
I feel like, you want to be honest, what I think happened? You're not going to like it.
I know you one of them conspiracy theory people.
You're not going to like it. But I genuinely do think that, he was fighting the pharmacy, the big pharma, in reference of his huge anti-vaccination stand.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, he had a political act that he was getting ready to endure along in reference of even Obama's statements. Now, what that was, no one really would reveal, but I feel like it was going to have something to do with reform in reference of women's overall rights, as far as with him in the NBA and WNBA with his daughter Gigi, or it was going to be overall political reform in general. Like Kobe was going to have a big influence regarding politics, and I think people knew that. So when you ask me what happened to Kobe, when I think about a helicopter hitting anything, brushing up a mountain terrain, if a fucking propeller touches a tree while it's spinning, the shit is going to break.
Right.
That's common sense. We all know that. And the propeller breaks, the helicopter is going down, straight down.
Mm-hmm. But either way, even if it did hit the mountain, and if it didn't explode on impact, whatever it did, it was going to make it catch on fire. And then eventually when it did hit the ground, it was going to explode.
So
that's how I just feel like that's how helicopters and planes work. Like regardless if they don't explode in the air, if it's already on fire, by the time it hits the ground, it's gonna explode.
I believe that they, as in powers that be, I'm not gonna say no names because I could get into specifics, but I'm not gonna say no names, had a drone specifically shoot his helicopter.
Yeah, you pulling shit out your ass now.
Shoot his helicopter at just, in reference of, well, why didn't it explode on impact? I'm not going to shoot your helicopter to explode on impact just for it to look like it got shot up in the air. They motherfuckers investigate that. No, but I'm going to, hit it just right so it can. Honestly, I'm only even throwing that out there because I know that's what people want. People want it to be a conspiracy. People want it to this, that, and third.
It's not,
What did Jalen feel? I genuinely do not know. It's still something I'm trying to wrap my mind around. I don't want to believe it to be real, but I say I don't know because it's so unsudden. And then in reference of...
But that's death. That's how death works. Accidents work.
Kobe never took that blue and white chopper everywhere. The only the chopper he rode around everywhere was his helicopter.
How do we know that?
And it hasn't been confirmed that he owned that helicopter.
How do we know that?
That's my point.
They don't know that. The only person that know that is Vanessa.
And the fucking pilot.
And then the pilot too. Everybody that talked about him before I slept around say he was a great pilot. So I don't think it had nothing to do with him. Accident happened. You can't prevent death when it's your time.
It's just so fucked up.
And that's the thing is too, even with the conspiracy theories, me personally, I just feel like it's so disrespectful to make a conspiracy theory. It's just, it happens. And not saying even
okay, but we shouldn't doubt it because they are out here trying to kill us.
But even then,
do you think Michael Jackson was not murdered?
Who knew about his lawsuits before now? It wasn't that big because it wasn't making an effect on the public because we didn't know about it.
True, but at the same rate, in reference of his lawsuits, of course it wouldn't have been made public because A, Kobe wouldn't have wanted us to know about it, and B, he also knows Big Pharma. And he was actually going to win lawsuits.
But who would have known? I feel like even if he would have won it, we would not have known.
But that's the point. That's what I'm saying, Corey. He wouldn't have wanted us to because as the target, he already knows that he's making it bigger on himself. He's making the target bigger on himself. I don't doubt that he was murdered. I really don't. How does a fucking cartoon already depict your death?
How many cartoons have it did?
And it's turned out true. The only one that we're yet waiting for to happen is
Trump.
People are literally Simpsons. Where's the writer?
Right.
Because why everybody else?
I just feel like that's just cartoons. Cartoons make their. They don't. I'm not even gonna say prediction, but they make their little theory. I just feel like power's in the tongue, and so when they say shit, the shit happens.
I am dead. Yeah, I don't know. Blessings to the Bryant family and Vanessa. By all means necessary, baby, do what the fuck you need to do and make sure you get, the situation investigated.
I just pray she gets her strength back for her other kids, because that's hard. Your husband and your daughter.
The dynamic's gonna be changed forever.
Yeah, and you spend 20 years with this man. Your whole life is really, you have to readjust 20 years worth of shit that you do with this man. That's hard.
But she's gonna become hardened a lot. Her girls are gonna be tough as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
As fuck. And they're not gonna, you gotta think too, when shit tragically happened on this scale, you ain't gonna trust nobody. Because they're gonna hear everything. Vanessa probably gonna want to dig into the lawsuits now. She gonna want to dig into who was, who was within, who was he fighting against, who was the main one he would be verbally, you know what I mean, talking to and all that shit. It's just a lot. It's a lot. But shout out to the Bryant family. Condolences to the whole Bryant family, to the actual other parents of the teammates and the teammates. Shout out, just condolences to everybody. That was a lot of people too, and a lot of families involved. Mm-hmm. And then they were on the way to a game where he was going to coach with the team coach.
They were on the way to practice.
See,
But they did that so many times.
I heard it was a game.
That's definitely practice. The place even said it was practice.
I am weak.
They was definitely about practice for their team.
Dead. That was Wendy Williams said this game. Shout out to her.
See, people be talking. They don't know what they're talking about.
So, in reference to Diddy and the Grammys, just going back to that overall, the Grammys and how that started, that conversation. Diddy gave a speech at the Grammys where he was knocking them about how they need to give more control to the artists. And he did it at the Grammys, but it wasn't just specifically to the Grammys. It was to the whole industry of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
give the artist their power back, and it really, I take that as in any genre of entertainment and art and artistry for real. And then on top of that, also, just letting the music creativity be put back into the control of the artist's hands.
Right.
Now, Mace, one of Diddy's largest and biggest charting artists, actually went in on Diddy when this was said, and someone sent me this right before you came in.
And that shit gotta suck too, to see like
Diddy living that
whole life, all money that you're supposed to have.
Right. That part. And so specifically, it's pretty long, but he says, I heard your Grammy speech about how you are now for the artist and about how the artist must take back control. So I'll be the first to take that initiative. Also, before we ask of other ethnicities to do us right, we should do us as black people better, especially the creators. I heard you loud and clear when you said that you are now for the artist, and to that my response, as if you want to see change, you can make a change today by starting with yourself. Your past business practices knowingly has continued purposely starved your artists and been extremely unfair to the very same artists that helped you obtain that icon award on the iconic Bad Boy label. For example, you still got my publishing from 24 years ago, which you gave me $20,000, which makes me never want to work with you as any artist wouldn't after you know someone is robbing you and tarnishing your name when you don't want to comply with his horrendous business model. However, people would always ask, what's up with Mace? So I would be forced to still perform to not look crazy when I was getting peanuts and the robbery would continue. So many great moments and people's lives in music were lost. But again, I rode with you in the face of death without flinching, and you still wouldn't do right. I never said anything because I wanted to wait until I was financially great so I can ensure or be ensured that I was addressing this from a pure place and not out of spite. To that insult, you keep screaming black excellence and love, but I know love isn't free. So I offer you $2 million in cash. Now that's when you want some. In Diddy's shoes, Diddy is nothing but a dollar. And rightfully so, you made $800 million of those dollars. $2 million is $2 to you at this point. But guess what? That's greater than what any other artist is going to come back and try to offer you.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you should have took that. And of course, we all know he did not. Just a few days ago, though. So I offered you $2 million in cash just a few days ago to sell me back my publishings as his biggest artist alive. That always show you respect for you giving me an opportunity at 19 years old. Your response was, I can match that with the European. If I can match that, was his response. So Diddy's response to Mace trying to buy his publishing rights back for $2 million was, if you can match what the European guy offered me, that would be the only way.
What was the European match?
It never said. Or else I can wait until I'm 50 years old and it will revert back to me from when I was 19 years old. You bought it for about $20,000 and offered me, and I offered you $2 million in cash. This is not black excellence at all. So that's why he gave Mace $20,000, because he bought the rights for $20,000. But imagine how much money he made off Mace. Mace probably, I'm pretty sure, is what helped build Bad Boy.
Yeah. Not
Mace, his artistry, because he did put out like 2 or 3 songs, but those songs made Bad Boy.
Right.
And so with that being stated, this is not about excellence at all. When your own race is enslaving us, if it's about us owning, it can't be about us owning each other. No more hiding behind quote unquote love, you change ? Give the artists back their money so they can take care of their families.
That shit crazy. Industry dirty.
As fuck.
Very dirty.
I don't know. I'm just sitting here reading and thinking about that. Like, damn, Diddy probably really banked off that. When you think about the money made and shit, Diddy made hella money off that. So yeah. I feel as though I'm not surprised because when I think of Bad Boy, I've never not thought of Diddy as the the monopoly mogulist. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're a mogul with conglomerate of businesses, but you're not breaking bread.
Yeah, I don't see him as like, if I eat, you eat type shit. I don't see him like that.
You're working.
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting your 2-week paycheck, which is probably based off the same model the U.S. government is giving us. Like, that's how, when I see Diddy, I see Uncle Sam. And then I'm sorry, Diddy, I know you're about love, but we all know that we got nothing but good music from you. And not because you were the artist, but because you slaved the artist.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Because Danny came with that shit.
And didn't do shit after one album. Day 26 was a good group. Could have did a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Mike could have lost weight. They could have helped with some other images and been, touched up a little bit.
He had some good groups.
And it would be good.
I think it's his management. I don't think he's good at managing.
When it's 40 years later and your artist has a divorce and she has to come sleep on your couch to get back on her feet, and she should be... Mary J. Blige should be nowhere near fucking sleeping on anybody's couch, bro.
No.
So, I don't give a fuck. That's my brother. He would always look out for me. That's why he did that. He had me, had access to the chauffeur, the maid, the butler, and everything. Yeah, so what? No, Mary, you've done so much for your brother within your sales to where he can have his maid, butler, and chauffeur, and you can have yours too.
Yeah. Basically.
But I feel like you're conditioned and brainwashed when you're falling for someone's manipulative ways repetitively.
Thinking that that's actually them helping you, and it's not.
Because what they're doing is giving you that dose of fame, that drug. That's what they're doing. They're giving you that with their label and their music, and your music when they're releasing it and publishing
Making
it. Making
you feel like it's actually them helping you. Right,
Sorry, Diddy, but truth is truth. Rihanna and her billionaire boyfriend split up, and that's because everyone saw. Well, this came up in the media because everyone saw her with A$AP Rocky, which he got played. People were saying that A$AP Rocky is just rebound dick because his dick is too little for her to be stuck on anyway.
Oh man, Rocky.
I was like, what if he just turned to Rihanna and be like, is this true? And she'd be like, my last boyfriend was a billionaire.
How do you upgrade from a millionaire? Not saying it's all about money, but nigga, he was fine.
Not even, man, this motherfucker's linked to terrorists. So talk about money. You got dumb money. Fuck all the bullshit. Like, what? You out here applying ammunition for the terrorists that the government is fighting. Shit, Rihanna had to choose.
You stupid.
Do I get deported or do I fucking divorce your ass? Which one is it? Because the way Trump dropping bombs these days, he gonna fucking erase Barbados fucking around with me.
You stupid. That's just crazy. Like, A$AP Rocky, though. A$AP Rocky.
I'm not surprised. They always have had, like, a fling. And then he always have had his, like, own style, so yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can see it.
I'm not surprised at all. So, yeah. How do you feel about Lil Wayne's funeral album?
I like it. I thought so good.
What was your favorite song?
I like Stop Playing With Me, and I think was it Not Me?
I haven't listened to it.
I think it's me. I like it. I fuck with it.
I'm nervous.
Why?
Ever since the Carter 5. Nervous.
I don't know, like in some songs it's like you can hear like the old Wayne, and it's like that's what we've been looking for. And then the song is like a real mix of like today's like
music
shit that we hear.
So it was good.
It was good.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go listen to it. I've been
He
nervous.
had a good album. And it's so crazy because a lot of people dropped the album Friday. Gotti dropped the album. That shit was good. He got one. I give it to him. And he was actually spitting knowledge on a couple of his songs. I like it.
Who else dropped?
Key Glock dropped the album too. I like him. I haven't listened to it yet, but I heard it was straight. Wayne and Drake dropped another song.
Who?
Wayne.
And Drake?
Not Wayne. Future Drake, sorry.
They dropped another song?
Yeah, it's called Desire.
Where was that?
He only dropped it on SoundCloud. It was on the OVO radio.
Yeah, that's why I ain't heard it.
So he's only dropped on SoundCloud, but I mean, so far Friday was a good ass day.
So wait, I'm happy as fuck because the weather done cleared up. My niggas got damn
sun out and shining. I'm about to go Blast some music down the road.
I ain't gotta work today, house chores, like, this, it's nothing to really make,
Right. Friday was a good day. New music everywhere.
I think of some,
I loved it.
Some conspiracy, some Philadelphia, maybe,
It's okay. I got a Super Bowl party to get to.
What time?
Super Bowl come at 6. Come on at 6.
What for Super Bowl? At your house?
Yes.
Oh, so y'all serious?
I'm trying to have some wings, meatballs, wings.
Are we invited? That's
I mean, if you want to come, you can come. But it's gonna be some wings, some meatballs, dip, all that good stuff.
Oh, so you was already coming up here?
Yeah, but it's at my mom's house.
I love my car.
Not here. Here.
Oh,
it's in Greenville. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. Now I gotta decide if I want to drive an hour.
For some food.
Damn. I'm so sweet. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll get into that.
Okay.
So, moving right along. Let's see. Kori, take us into the next.
Sierra, Wilson. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think? I really love them.
You can't be mad at them.
You can't. Honestly, like, they doing it.
I was happy for them, but the reaction wasn't like, oh my God. It's, I wasn't overly.
I expected out of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I didn't get excited because at this point, I expect them to be the happy-go-lucky couple.
And it's so crazy because yesterday I was on Twitter and somebody had tweeted, what if it wasn't Sierra's prayer, it was Russell's prayer? That shit was deep. Because his ex-wife cheated on him with his player.
I didn't know
so
that.
What if it was his prayer that got Sierra?
What they both pray.
I need somebody to pray for me.
Shit. So listen, Kori. Speaking on that, I had a prayer. It wasn't like this though. It wasn't about relationship. I'm not even gonna be cheesy. Right? Look, I ain't gonna be cheesy. It could, Kori. That's what's crazy.
Oh, look, you smiling and shit.
Because I can't even fade it. I cannot, bruh. It was simple. So I'm big into like astrology, numerology, tarot. Like I'm spiritual as fuck.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, if Jalen call you out of the blue and he say his gut say some shit, you need to listen. It may not play out how Jalen's gut told him to tell you, but it ain't gonna not play out. If when Jalen feel it in the gut,
it's gonna happen.
What? So
is it playing out how you want it to?
December's reading was from before December I had a reading. Well, before the reading I had gotten a fortune cookie in November that said in the springtime you'll be sailing on a boat and you'll be sailing on top of a body of water in a large boat like a yacht basically. And this is from a fortune cookie.
I love a fortune cookie.
Mind you, springtime is my birthday. 15 is one of my love numbers on the fortune cookie. March 15th is my birthday. So moving forward into the reading, this lady said that I'm gonna have energies that I want in my life that are gonna.
You went to somebody that told you this? Yeah, you bold.
So she said that, and this is off the line too. Like this is like a Sky FaceTime type thing. So you're gonna have people walk into your life who you want to not walk into, who have been in your life that you want to walk into you within this next chapter.
That's me.
And everybody isn't ready to go.
That's me. But I'm going.
Yeah.
So I can't.
Like I would say, you are someone because we could go deep into that.
Right.
But it's crazy how it comes back around. Right. But you're someone who's coming with me, not someone who's not going. Because what she honed in was on the people who are not going because those are the people who I wanted to really be like. Not that I did want Kori, but like, and let me be more specific. Basically, what she was getting at was a love interest.
Right.
And I wanted to take this person. I wanted you to be a part of my life. My journey, girl, together.
Right.
She said, when they leave, let them go.
And they left.
Left like fuck. She said, if it's real, it'll come back. Now, before we dig any deeper, she said that you're going to experience some financial blessings. You're going to, everything that I've been talking about to y'all, as in you and Chevy and other close friends, like, y'all have been seeing things fall into place. It may not happen as soon as Jalen wanted to happen.
Patience.
You may have heard Jalen talk about it for a long time. Like, for example, this podcast, you heard me talk about this for at least a year.
Yeah.
And some change, really, before I really was in this shit doing it, right? Mm-hmm. So it ain't been happening how I wanted it to, but it's been falling in place. So but that person came back around last night.
And you happy?
As fuck. I'm not gonna.
This motherfucker got all 32 t-shirts. Like, I'm dead.
And it's just like, because we went through some petty shit. You know how, like, when y'all go through the ignoring stages where you and this person don't talk at all. Y'all purposely ignore each other and walk past each other. Like, just don't. It's just, it was that ill and toxic. Mm-hmm.
But I always think that, too. Like, even with, like, some relationships, I feel like even if y'all are a good match, y'all have to go through y'all shit and separate and have, like, a realization moment. And then y'all be brought back.
Our realization moment was too surreal, though, because so Instagram is the devil, and like I don't consider myself Instagram famous, but people who don't have followers would say that, like, even people like you and I would consider Instagram popular, Instagram famous and shit. So it's like I don't feel as though we are, though, in reference of just the numbers, but that's what people look at, right? Mm-hmm. I say this and bring this up because within a relationship and social media these days, some people can't handle the large followings, like the 3,000, 4,000, 6,000, 7,000 followers, 10,000 followers. Like, they can't handle that. And I say that because they always wonder when you post a picture, who's signing your DMs.
Right.
Or when
I don't know. I be getting DMs, and I ain't posted a picture in about a month.
Not even just that. That's what I was going to say. When you follow someone new, they're trying to figure out who is this new person you follow. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's social media has made networking and dating that toxic.
But I feel like it's the person
as well. It is. So
person.
If you come into a situation with insecurities or trust, and then you have social media on that scale, it's not going to really help. If both y'all have trust issues, and that's what it was. We both had trust issues.
Right.
We'll go back in that. But anyway, we just had some Instagram situations where things could have fucked up. And me, let's just, for the show. Mm-hmm.
You are so
gotta love me. So I tapped into it after the fact. Fuck it. You want to play? Let me show you how to fucking play. Let me really. You want to? This is chess, not checkers. So let's call it. To people's houses. Don't lie. Don't try me. Because you're going to lie to me and have me thinking that it's one thing when it's not. Because now I'm next to the source, and the source showing me for what it is. If you could only have been a fly on the wall yesterday. So, and now, whoa. Damn, like, the level of passion that you have for us is real. Yeah. You lose your life fucking with me, and I mean that shit.
You might be Joe.
Like, don't, because my thing is, it ain't even about what you trying to have going on. Mm-hmm. Don't convey to me like we're so great, we're fucking Oprah and Stedman, and it's not. No, I will slim and clean your ass with Gail right on over there, Bonnie. If you want to fuck up, then I'll be gratefully Clyde by my damn self. Play with me.
You're so stupid.
Like, I did that, don't you? So basically, it's just like on some shit to where in reference of how things play out, I get that, and I get that as in like specifically the overall. The Sierra situation, like the true love aspect. Because once you get that love, that gel where y'all there raw,
like the connection.
Y'all tell each other everything.
But that's how I feel like even when it comes to like relationships, like you really have to like make you just click with. Like if it's not there, it's always gonna be problems. And if they already got problems that they done dealt with from somebody else, it just adds on top of issues that y'all can go have. Even if it's like issues that's not even that big, I feel like somebody's insecurities from past situations can make a situation more than what it is when y'all have y'all problems.
1,000% true.
Like that's just something.
And so, I'm happy for them.
I am I really am happy to see that. Speaking of relationships, Meek
Mill and the Petty.
That shit crazy. But from what I understood, it was just Meek trying to
squash the beef. Apparently, him and Nicki have been talking though. Right, 2 days before, and
I don't feel like that.
Not talking, but like conversing. I don't doubt that they were, because he was probably trying to squash it then.
Mm-hmm.
But her and Petty, not that they were like arguing separated, but they had like a bad day, I guess, or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when it came time for them to run into each other in LA, in Petty's mind, think about it, he might go through something bad, but yeah, I've caught, or maybe I might have, we don't know, it's allegedly Pete
Mm-hmm.
that she could have been talking to you, and then you trying to act like you're trying to come and, you know,
like squash for shit. Yeah, but Nicki, dude, he rough around the edges.
Yeah, he was ready to
definitely
go.
New York. He definitely
he
New
was
York.
with the shit, and he was by himself too. So yeah, I don't know. I will say though, I don't want Nicki to allow her relationship to take away from her artistry and her music.
Right.
I haven't heard nothing about her lately, and I'm starting to worry.
I mean, she's made music. She's done like features and
She's
stuff.
done pop features to stay in the bag. I'm not stupid.
Yeah, she
Call
ain't
it what it
done.
is.
She ain't
She ain't
that's
got
where her
nothing.
money is. I really feel like that's where her money is at. Like doing pop.
But moving right along, Jay-Z and Yo Gotti. I kind of skipped over 21 Savage, but this is the thing. So 21 Savage is stuck in the States right now in reference of his money, you know, trying to make more money and generate sales and whatnot, because we all know artists makes money on tour. He can't tour.
Right.
And because of his visa. I mean, when it comes to that, okay, you can't tour, but I'm not gonna create a pity party for you. Like,
I just want to know what took him so long to renew it.
You got caught up in your shit, bro. I don't feel sorry for you.
Maybe it was something he forgot. Maybe he started thinking he was American. Because he been here so long. Maybe he just forgot. Because, I mean, I would have never thought this nigga was from UK. Maybe he forgot he was from UK, too.
But that goes to prove the point, though, that they be to, like, how the artists sell their stories. They're not, shit ain't really what it seems.
I mean, he was born and raised here, so I understand that. Like, he moved here when he was a kid. So him acting like us, it doesn't surprise me, because that's what he knows, and that's where he grew up. He didn't grow up over there.
True.
So I don't expect him to talk like he's British, or I don't expect him to walk around like that, because he was raised and cultured around here.
Georgia,
yeah. Atlanta, yeah.
Nonsense. I get it. But in reference to complying with law, my nigga, you grown, you knew what was up. Like, I don't feel bad. Right. Sorry. Jay-Z and Yo Gotti are actually suing. We reported like a few episodes ago that they were going to threaten to sue. Mm-hmm. They're now suing the state of Mississippi and its governor because the correctional facility has gotten worse. Apparently,
I saw that. Like, it's really disgusting.
It is, but apparently some of the inmates were already living in those conditions. Like, they were already. I'm not saying it's okay, but not for prison. But I'm saying, like, nobody was not okay with it until Jay-Z and Yo Gotti were not okay with it. Is what I'm saying, because unannounced to everyone else, Pete from QC used to be in Mississippi prison, and allegedly he had a boyfriend while he was there. But we're gonna leave it at that. I
just feel like, I understand they in prison, but I just feel like the conditions should at least be like livable. Like, when I say that, like, they shouldn't have to live with mold. They shouldn't have to live in, like.
So, do you think Pete had a boyfriend?
No, I just think that's cap.
Oh, look at you trying to co-sign with their Atlanta slang.
That's cap.
I don't. You know what? I ain't even gonna do it like that, Pete. It is probably most likely cap. But yo, stop beating bitches' asses, bro. It's not fucking cool. I don't give a fuck if the bitch is crazy. The fuck is wrong with you, bro?
You heard? Did you see what happened with Javante Davis?
I saw it, but I ain't even put it. The writer's not even.
He was roughing his baby mama up.
My thing is, when are niggas going to learn? You know, like, so this is for me. Kori, you know this. You're my friend forever. I never. How many times I got mad at you and called you a bitch?
Never, because you know I fight.
Even if you wouldn't the type to like fight a nigga, mm-hmm. How many times would I ever get mad and call you a bitch?
Never.
Like, I can't. You know, for me, the reason why domestic violence hits home is because I watched my mom get beat when I was 5. From the time I was 5 until 2 into 5, and 5 was when it ended. But the reason why 5 sticks with me because my mom and him were fighting in his driveway of his mother's home, who lives 2 miles away from my grandparents' house, and you've been to that house. Mm-hmm. We can walk from their house to his mama's house and daddy house to this day.
Right.
And it's the same driveway, same yard. It's her 2002 Honda baby blue Accord. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. He's stomping my mom in the face with him. My mom gets up from the ground, and as she gets up, the wind is blowing her hair. She's wiping it from her face, crying, and all you see is like just blood pouring everything. She gets in the car and she runs him over and we leave. Now that shit just sounds like a whole Lifetime movie, but that is real life. That happened. Like I was 2, and there was nothing I could do. I'm screaming, I'm crying, mom. Like even now I get emotional, but because it's like you can't do shit but watch. But watch. That's all you can do. And as Javante, listen to the stories about Javante Davis. Hell, Ray Rice. Hell, like we could go so far back, but each time I hear domestic violence, I can't necessarily say I lose respect for the man instantly. I do lose some respect, but not instantly because, for example, when you think about the Chris Brown situation, I despise Chris Brown for his actions, but I don't get mad at him for trying to handle his emotions. Yeah. And specifically, I feel like that was all emotional too. You get what I'm saying? That was built from love. That was from, like, when you go back and listen, I've seen the documentaries over and over and over again, not to study people's body language when they're
He's genuinely sorry for it.
He's genuinely sorry because he was genuinely trying to show Rihanna at that time that he was done with his bullshit. But that woman texted his phone who he had been fucking with, even though he had cut it off and stopped texting her. That one text is what spiraled Rihanna out of control. Had Rihanna not allowed her emotions to get the best of her and him explaining himself, them two would probably be fucking married right now. Another Jay-Z and Beyonce billionaire couple, because he was already projected for that before that shit happened. That still kind of diminished his whole career. You get what I'm saying? And she's now a billionaire. They would have been a powerful ass couple together. Period. And yeah. So for me, when it comes to domestic violence, that's why I always like it touches home specifically for me. So yeah, moving right along. We're gonna skip over some things. Shout out to Roddy Ricch for being Grammy nominated and the single box. He's doing big things.
Oh my god, I love him. That album fire as fuck.
He shocked me.
He did it.
He shocked me. And we're gonna also shout out to the Baby and Yo Gotti, Nicki Minaj, and all the other artists and Lil Baby for performing for Super Bowl weekend. Shout out to
Miami League
for clearing $126,000 on fucking hosting fee. That's crazy. Life is Good was dropped by Drake and Future, and apparently shout out to Miss Michelle for blessing us with Desire, another Drake and Future classic they just dropped Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Now we're gonna dive into pop culture real quick, and we're gonna just touch into some of the major key pieces, like for example specifically shout out to Oprah for making that smart ass decision to finally stop the persecution of the black men. If you're not going to persecute the white man, I don't understand it. You know what I mean?
It was something that she needed to do just because I feel like she knew the backlash that was going to come with it.
And she didn't want to have to face that because niggas was going to be like, so this nigga funded your whole life. Are you going to come after him?
Right.
Because that's what my nigga, shout out to everyone that follows and supports MicCheck 1-2. The page got blocked from posting right after we posted Jeffrey Epstein. That lets me know that niggas is really hitting real fucking key pieces of fucking stories that we probably shouldn't be hitting. But I don't give a fuck, and I'm gonna keep writing shit the way goddamn shit is written and have the writers write that shit the same way, because that's crazy. But anyway, and we barely, I can't even keep us at 1,000 followers. I'm trying to get us there. We can't even stay there. So anyway, moving right back to the point. Yeah, it's just like I just don't. It's just the intention of it. It's like, what is your intention?
Exactly. Because it's like, why is it that you were so ready to do it for Russell? Why were you so ready to do it for R. Kelly?
But not Harvey. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just, that's where I really think it's like, somebody paying you.
Period. So moving right along, the UK media has tried to denounce the fact that they've been racist to Meghan Markle, who's now leaving, but Meghan is demanding a $900 million payout. Have you heard about that?
I haven't heard about that. I didn't know she was demanding a payout.
So people are saying that it's fake because the Esquire and
but maybe her own
the National Enquirer put it out. She got her own bag. Is getting to her own bag. A $900 million payout, I don't feel like it's extreme. Let me tell you why. They are worth billions. I don't think it's really billions that they're worth. They just get paid tax dollar money from the citizens of the United States, United Kingdom. So of course they got billions to fucking give out to the fucking monarch family. And the reason probably why she's asking for that whole $900 million is because Meghan brought back stardom and fame to them. Like, niggas knew of the English Queen and all that,
Yeah.
but we didn't give a fuck.
We did.
She was starting, like, before, and even after Prince, William and Harry, they had kind of died down too. It was like, okay, y'all just these two English ass niggas who just like the catalog poster boys for anything good that happened, over there in the UK. But outside of, we don't give a fuck.
Harry got a little culture in him. Not Harry.
Yeah.
Got a little culture in him.
You do.
He got like his mama.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. And so, moving forward with that,
the Rock Nation brunch it was alright this year. I feel like I really wanted Nipsey to be there, and I was so sad when I saw Lauren there.
Yeah, it was a lot of. It was the Rock Nation brunch was a revelation of 2019.
You saw they had the theme that they had last year too. Nipsey and Lauren. I'm so sad.
It's crazy. And now, so you telling me you don't believe he was assassinated by the government?
His mama said it, so yes I do.
Yeah. Like, okay.
His mama came out her mouth and said it, so yes I do.
Yeah. He was assassinated by the fucking government. That shit is crazy.
But yeah, that was a good brunch though. I'm so proud.
Kevin Hart was doing a lovely speech.
I don't. You know, it's like I like Kevin Hart, but since I saw that video of him talking down to his, I guess his trainer.
In the
I
don't know how to judge his character anymore. Yeah.
I don't know how to see him because it's like
his character. Yeah.
Is that you? Like, I mean, you know, I can't look at it as like you. As no speech, you try to get somebody to motivate them.
Because that's how he tried to spin it off.
That's how you try to spin it off.
Documentary.
But it's like
stupid.
You was tearing that nigga down.
You were,
like you was trying to make him seem like his life or his living was just
not
what you
right.
You know
it's like, nigga, you'll never be me, so you're gonna always be my trainer. Shut up. That's really how it came off.
That really is like, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I mean, maybe I don't know. I just can't. Like, his speech was good at the brunch, yeah, but it's like, I don't even feel like that's you. I just feel like that's just,
right.
You know how they all get together and have their speech, and that was just what you wanted to say,
yeah. No, I feel you.
I don't know. I don't like it.
Shout out to the NBA for honoring Kobe Bryant and canceling their following NBA game after his death, and the Grammys as well for honoring him. Shout out to all the tributes to Kobe this week, including Italy acknowledging him and mourning him for a whole week where he actually grew up, and shout out to Philly who might be actually honoring him with the same statue next to Rocky from is it called Rocky Balboa?
Yep.
The fighter? Okay, yeah. And Sylvester Stallone co-signed that actual tribute. I think it's long overdue in reference of a lot of the tributes to him, but also, you know, everybody stay woke to what's happening after the fact, because think about it. They make Kobe a logo, they gotta give the Bryant something.
I just feel like I don't feel like they should do it. And I don't know if it's like in a bad way or if it's in a good way. I just feel like
if you were going to do it, it should have been done.
It should have been done.
And if you do it after the fact, we know you're going to make money off of it. We want you to pay his family. Period. If you're not going to do it that way,
I just feel like, you know, Kobe was a good player, but then, like, what y'all going to do if, like, another good player dies? Like, y'all going to change it then?
Oh, you could. They could maybe have that into a clause, because if you think about it, who would we consider next after Kobe to take reigns? LeBron.
Right.
Period.
So what were we going to do if LeBron lived?
Okay, if LeBron lived, like how Kobe's had this longest career, 20, 30 years after the fact, you know, you're still out here existing like Michael, then hey. Because, I mean, is the symbol not Michael?
And no, it's not him.
It's not?
It's actually, allegedly to the NBA, it's just a drawing.
No.
But it's been said that it's like some other player. I forgot the player name. I don't know. It's some white guy. But they said allegedly it is him, but the NFL, like the NBA, they haven't really,
because they don't want to pay.
They don't want to pay, basically, but they haven't exactly said that it was this guy. But it has been said that it was somebody. But I feel like even then, like, what y'all like? If something happened to Michael Jordan, y'all gonna change it for him?
No.
If something happens to Magic Johnson, y'all gonna change it to him?
I get what you're saying. I just
feel like there's like, I mean, Kobe was a good player, but there's also other good players too. Might not be as good as Kobe.
Well, no, it's not even like that. I'm not gonna say it, because I think Michael will beat Kobe any day. Like, if you put him in their prime, yeah, Michael was the dog.
But, like, so say if, like, for the same time, what happened to Michael Jordan? He got hit, like, he's
built his own statue.
Right.
And so, specifically, they're not going to give it to him also because Michael wasn't worshipped how Kobe was worshipped. Like, maybe we don't see Michael's worshipness because we weren't living in that real
time
era.
Frame,
right.
But Kobe is who we know.
Right. And if Michael was worshipped how Kobe is for us today, then hey, maybe he can be honored in that way. But outside of that, as far as the NBA thing, I don't have a big no or yes, but if you do, just do it the right way.
Just do it right. Do it the right way. Make sure you're like,
don't go in and trying to keep Vanessa away from money and especially if we know you changed it because of Kobe's death, cut it out. You will get fried to the NBA and Adam Silver.
Oh, Adam.
Right, it didn't get shot up for everything. And is he the NBA or NFL commissioner? I don't even remember, but he gets shot up for everything.
If it's the short white guy,
Adam Silver, bald head,
yeah.
NBA.
I don't think he's bald headed.
Oh,
I don't think he's. No, he is. No, he's not short.
he's tall.
He's tall. He has glasses.
Yeah, it is him. Okay. Yeah.
Look at me, Adam's face.
I'm weird. So yeah, shout out to some black excellence.
I know that nigga got banged.
Who?
Adam.
Oh, what?
I
He's been a commissioner for almost forever. Yeah.
That nigga sleep on money.
What? and then he probably low key be like, "This is who I want to see play today." Like he probably make the schedules probably get made around how Adam want to see his damn team.
Right.
Moving into black excellence, shout out to again Jay-Z and your guys making that power play against the state of Mississippi Correctional Facility. Definitely go out there and save some lives. We definitely need to go ahead and take care of that. But I also want to shout out to the wonderful and the one and only Google for giving a shout out to the Greensboro 4. Now, have you seen it? It's like the actual makeup model makeup.
Yes. I love it.
It was the whole Google murder.
Google be
Black
doing,
History
baby.
Month,
Google be on it.
Low-key,
I
like,
it.
listen, if it wasn't for the nigglets, we wouldn't have shit.
Okay.
Give it to them. Let it be. Like, that's really what it was.
Google definitely be on it. I fuck with it.
And so, yeah, well, shout out to Google for their whole Black History Month overall campaign. It was dope. And also, LeBron James surpassed Kobe Bryant for the most points scored. Shout out to LeBron for his speed. Shout out to LeBron for how he handled that shit in reference to the last tweet that Kobe tweeted was to.
And the last Instagram post.
Yeah.
Was congratulating him. That's so sad. Like, that's the last thing we know of him, like, speaking out, congratulating us. So fun. And it's so crazy because now that he's passed, it's like a lot of people now been talking about not having the whole LeBron versus Kobe talk.
Mm-hmm.
But it just show I mean, nobody is really like, I mean, I feel like they all get along. I don't know why people see it in a way that they don't.